Maybe that's what it takes. She says she had a method to her madness that finally paid off July 26, 1995, when those 6 winning numbers matched hers. Her grand total, $20 million. Pat, let me start with you. How did you find out you won?
Believe it or not, I was home watching the television. I watched the drawing, and I checked my tickets right after it was over, and I literally screamed. I checked them in my kitchen that night.
Were you alone?
Yes, I was alone.
Who do you tell? Who do you tell when you win?
I'll get into that. My mother was asleep, and I screamed. I woke her up. I called my husband, who was my fiancé back then. I called him at home.
Did you get that fiancé back then, Bet? What did it feel like to win $20 million?
Oh, exciting. I can't even tell you, Sally. It's been wonderful. It's been a change in my life. I really feel great because I went from a paycheck to paycheck of about $40,000 a year to $952,000 a year. It's very exciting.
Wow. What Pat did with her money was she got married and you gave yourself an elaborate wedding.
Yes.
Bought 3 cars.
Yes.
Paid your daughter's college loans. And now you have visions of buying 2 new homes?
Yes. I would like to buy one for my daughter and one for myself.
Are they going to be side by side? Can I be your daughter, side by side? We thought we would try and help Pat with her real estate search. So with the help of Mary Link Realtors in New Jersey, we did house hunting. You live in the New York area,
Yes,
right?
I
So
do.
we took you out to Jersey. Here's what happened.
Here I am, Sally, in this gorgeous limo, on my way to Jersey to look at some gorgeous homes.
Very, very nice to meet you, and congratulations.
Oh, thank you very much. Just saw a few homes over here. It really is beautiful. I mean, it's so big, so beautiful. So it looks luxurious from the outside. Oh, this is beautiful. Really nice, really stunning. This is an exercise room. My daughter would be in heaven. She loves exercise equipment. This is really nice. Wow. Wow. This is real stunning. Oh, maybe I'll buy this. It's beautiful. Oh, these homes are fantastic. Look at this. Oh, my goodness. Oh, to think I can actually own one of these for the first time in my life. Oh, I can't believe this.
I don't know. We drove.
God is 49 and won 6.9 million.
We had even driven by the lottery on a Sunday where the billboard has changed back to $1 million, and I say to my son, somebody won that money. And he goes, well, you know it's not you. You don't have that kind of luck. That ticket is sitting 3 feet from me. So we go on to Park and Swap, of all places, where 10,000 people passed by that vehicle. It was still there. We went home, went swimming. It was Monday, Memorial Day, and he said, Dad, do you have to go to work tonight? And I said, well...
What do you do?
I was working at the post office at that time.
Okay.
And I had a little mailbox. In fact, people say that I had a better chance of being shot at the post office than winning the lottery. I don't know. But he ran out and got that ticket, brought it in to me, and I was sitting in a recliner in just a pair of black shorts. And I called, and I thought, boy, there's a lot of numbers on that first line. Called again. I had them all. I came up out of that recliner without putting the footstep down, ran outside, and he said I looked like a flaming sumo wrestler running at me. And just scared the poor boy to death. He said, Dad, I haven't broke anything. I'm sorry. And I said, no. I said, I think I've won the lottery. He goes, come on. I said, no. I said, please come in and call for me and see if I have. So he called, and I could tell by his eyes were getting bigger as they read each number. And he said, what do we do? I said, call your sister. So she comes over mad at me because she thinks I'm lying to her. And she reads it, and I said, Tori, I said, I won $1 million. She said, no, Dad, it was up to $7 million. I said, how many winners? She said, 1. I said, I'm coming, Elizabeth. This is a big one. I was just shocked.
After he got the money, put it in the bank, and you said to your kids what?
I said, listen, this is going to be a one-time offer. Let's go to the mall. You start at one end, go to the other, buy anything you want. Whatever, stereos.
Now, you said they can have stereos, they can have anything
Whatever.
they want. Okay, one son bought...
He bought the 2 pair of shorts. One daughter bought a pair of sunglasses and shorts, and the other one bought tennis shoes and shorts. And I said, what are you doing? And they said, Dad, we have our own jobs. We really don't need your money. And I thought, boy, you know, their mother and I did something right. But I haven't made that same offer since. And
You
I
have
don't
not
think I'm
made
going
the
to.
offer since. How were you doing financially before you won the lottery? I mean, did you keep working?
I had been working about 17 hours a day. I had worked at the post office at night, and then I had a mailbox store during the...
Why? What happened this time?
I've always played. I played on my own. I played at work. You know, real people don't win the lottery. I believe that now. I believed it then. I mean, you know, it's a
But you're a real person?
I can't believe it. I can't believe I won. I can't believe I know people that won. It's so unreal.
But, you know, Melinda, you had 18 of you in the pool.
They're 20.
20. One man bought how many tickets?
5.
5. And everyone else bought 1.
Well, there's some deviations in there, but basically, yeah.
The money comes out to $23,000 a person a year after taxes.
That's right.
Not bad. What are you going to do with your money?
Well, first thing out, you pay off Visa, MasterCard, the Mervins, the whatever you owe money on, those are gone immediately.
What was your big splurge?
I bought a bedspread. I've been wanting to redo my bedroom.
A bedspread? Can money buy happiness?
No.
No, I think I went through every emotion on this spectrum.
For it to sink in. This is a week ago. How do you feel?
Still hasn't sunk in yet.
Has not sunk in. How did you win the money?
Through Reader's Digest sweepstakes.
You, what is your occupation? What do you do?
I was a truck driver, over-the-road truck driver, driving 18-wheelers.
How many hours a week did you work?
70.
How did you find out you won?
I called home in Oregon to my friends. They get my mail, and they said I had a registered letter there, and I had them open it and read it to me.
And what did it say?
It said, Mr. Neely, you might want to sit down and relax here for a minute, because you just beat the odds. You won $5 million.
Now, are you still working?
No, that was Wednesday night. Thursday night, I confirmed it with Reader's Digest, and Monday I told them, that's it, I can't work no more.
Now, when people asked what you wanted to do, you said you had one dream. You wanted, what, a suit?
Yeah, I've always wanted to own a real good suit, and Brooks Brothers is here in New York, and I was here in New York last week, and I went and bought me a couple Brooks Brothers suits.
And to go with the suit, a new set of wheels. So we decided to help him make his decision. We went car shopping. Barry, what car did you end up with?
I haven't decided yet. I have bought a Dodge pickup, though.
You have bought it, one Dodge pickup. Good, I think that's a good choice. And after that, we went to Brooks Brothers with him.
Hi, Sally. I'm on my way to Brooks Brothers. Going to go do something I've always wanted to do. Oh, I'm going to go to Las Vegas this year and go to some shows in Las Vegas. That's what I need some good suits for.
Exact. Unlike our other guests, Greta has found out with the good, there comes the bad, the very bad. She says winning the lottery was a personal disaster. How did you come to win the money?
Well, first of all, I didn't win the lottery. My ex-husband did win the lottery. I was on a job assignment. I was in Chicago with my college roommates, and I was working. He called me up.
Now, you two were married at that time?
We were married at the time, and he was playing poker in California. So he called me up at 2 o'clock in the morning, and he said, I have good news and I have bad news. And I said, oh, all right, so tell me the bad news. He said, well, I went out and played poker tonight, and I lost $700. And I said, Al, every time I leave, you play poker. And there's this little silence, and he said, do you want to know the good news? And I said, what? He said, I won the California lottery tonight. I said, yeah, right. And I hung up. Wouldn't you hang up?
Sure, I'd hang up, yeah.
I hung up on
Middle
him.
of the night, I'm tired.
Right, I'm tired.
This guy
I have
is
to work
gambling.
tomorrow.
He's over there doing his thing.
Right.
Sure, I'd hang
I have
up.
to work tomorrow. I'm tired. And 30 seconds later, he called me up. He was so calm, and he said, Greta, I won $5.6 million in the lottery. And I didn't believe it. I mean, Barry said he's in shock. This has been 6 years ago. I'm still in shock.
Well, now, you said that this was a disaster. Why was it a disaster? And you're also the one who said that you've done really dumb things.
Stupid.
Stupid. What'd you do that was so stupid?
Well, see, we thought we were really smart. Nobody writes a manual, Sally, on this is what you do when you win the lottery. Nobody does.
So what did you
You
do
don't
that-
put slot A into, slot B.
What did you do that was so wrong?
We bought a house for $957,000, which will just be sold next week for $480,000.
Ouch.
He served me divorce papers at the airport when I got off the airplane from going to my sister's funeral.
Okay, all the money's hers.
Yeah, all mine.
Actually, your husband left you for a younger woman, but guess who got the last one?
Yes, isn't that wonderful?
Tell me about that. How did that happen? Did he leave you obviously before?
2 years before, and I loved him. I mean, I really did, and I was devastated, but life comes around and gives you a kiss once in a while. And I was happy. I was making $40,000 at Chrysler's. I was very okay. I mean,
sure.
And then when it happened, he never showed back to work for a couple of days. He was sick. When he found out what he had done, his friend said, "Boy, LaJoy, did you ever mess up this time?" But not in those words.
But has he phoned you at all?
No.
You've not heard from him at all?
No. We married her right away. That's so funny.
Were you a regular lottery player? Bob and Barbara. Terry is now old. He's 19. I think it was just after your 18th birthday. Was that it?
Yes, that's correct.
He set a record. What was the record?
I won $3.76 million in the California lottery.
Making you the youngest?
Making me the youngest in history.
Now, you may wonder how people do this. Terry, you held the ticket for 5 days?
Yeah, it's pretty funny, too. It's like, because I had priorities. I was still in high school. I was a senior in high school. My life was football. That's all I knew. And I had a football game that day. It was a very important football game that we had to win. And it was on a Thursday. And I had to play.
You found out you won in the morning?
Yeah, the Thursday morning. My brother called me from up north in Stockton and told us that somebody from Bourne won the lottery. And me is like, man, I hope he has a daughter, whoever it is, And I sat there, and my mom goes, well, go get your ticket. Go get your dad's ticket. So I went and got our tickets, and my brother started reading off the numbers. And he goes, the first number, and my dad didn't have it. So she threw the ticket away, thinking, hey, well, I got it, Mom. Hey, keep going. Kept on going. I had it, and she's yelling at me, they got to be on the same line. And I'm all, they are. Look, right here. So she took the ticket away from me. And my sister-in-law called back and saying that gave us the last three numbers. And the last number, she goes, I think it's 51. I think it's 51. I go, my mom's all, well, I gotta know. And I had 51. And she's getting excited this time. So they hung up. And at that
dollars from the Publishers Clearinghouse, he followed a childhood dream. What did you do?
Well, I worked for a few months after that. And
what did you do for a living before you won?
I was in sales.
Okay.
And I worked for a few months after that and retired early and ran for mayor of my hometown, Denton, Texas.
Do they really come to the door and knock on the door and you let them in?
Oh, yes, 6 people.
They
Flowers.
really do that?
You bet.
Suppose you're in your
Flowers.
underwear. How did you win?
My husband and I were at home that day, and luckily, Publishers Clearinghouse did not send out the van and the video camera because my husband did come down in his underwear.
Really?
Yes, that's true.
You were living in an apartment when you won. Did you immediately buy a house?
We bought a townhome in New Jersey, beautiful townhome, and at the time we had...
of a magazine called Lotto World. And this is Dave Sayer, who is Executive Director of Advertising and Public Relations for Publishers Clearinghouse. You saw how those people acted when this person said that's who they're with. Thank you both for being here. Great. What should a person do after winning?
That is probably, I don't want to say the weakest area in the lottery business, but that is the area where we see the biggest tragedies because
something called the Love Kitchen. Helen, the Love Kitchen is run out of a 2-bedroom house, only 2 days a week, and in 1 day alone, the kitchen serves between 900 and 1,000 meals to the homeless. How did the idea come about?
Well, Sally, Ellen, my twin sister and I were nurses, and we had to take retirement.
How long were you nurses?
Well, Ellen was a nurse for 27 years, and I was a nurse for 26 years. And we both had to take medical retirement. And of course, we worked all our lives, so we just weren't satisfied to take a retirement.
What was your upbringing like? Were you told to help other people when you were a kid?
Oh, let me tell you, Sally, I had the most wonderful parents in the whole world, and I thank God for them, because that's when the Love Kitchen really started. Because we had what we call hoe cakes. I don't know if you guys too young to know that. But anyway.
I can't tell who won. You